So overall, this has probably been the biggest impression that Anthem has left on me. And I'm really sad about it because despite this being EA and all of their crap and how aggressively anti-consumer they are, I wanted to enjoy Anthem. I still do want to enjoy Anthem, and I'm just disappointed and I guess saddened by just how much hubris and greed has really consumed some of the larger bodies in hold on. Definitely need to put my volume.
Catching in our contact from Corvus.
Freelancer, I see you're not one for briefings.
I like to learn on the go.
Can't fault you there. Name's Sev. Corvus has assigned me to counter Scar activity around Fort Tarsus.
Since when does Corvus
Something about game volume, for some reason when you go to adjust it, the way that the ramping works on a lot of games of volume, you have to turn it really, really low just to get any effect. But anyway, yeah, Anthem's a really cool game. I really dig it. It's got a lot of stuff that I talk about a lot and really enjoy in games that I don't really get to find in too many titles right now. And it makes its issues even more, I guess, painful to deal with, because I do want to enjoy this game. I do want it to do well, but right now, it's just, I don't know. It just feels really rushed and poorly considered, I think is the best way to put it. Especially poorly considered, because the use of Frostbite has obviously become an issue. I mean, at the very beginning of development, it was obviously an issue because it just, you can tell the engine wasn't made for this. And it's sad because the concepts and the execution of almost everything are really good. And this game's a lot of fun. As you can see, when it works really well. It's just that from what we've seen, it has a really, really bad tendency to not work. And the thing that scares me about these kinds of games, and really makes me appreciate games like Monster Hunter World even more, which I'm going to be talking about that game a lot in this video. Monster Hunter does what I think these games should do perfectly, and that is not make multiplayer a hindrance to the experience at all. The fact that it has multiplayer, God, this is glitchy, should not be something that you're afraid of, and I just feel like that's currently the situation. Really not playing as well as it should be. I don't know the game well enough to talk and play at the same time. Not yet. Oh, hi. You know what? Also, yeah, for some reason, when I try to use my, super, or whatever you want to call it, I can't sometimes. It's really annoying. Oh, you missed my rifle. Oh, and in this build at least, I don't know about the final game, I'm sure it's fixing the final game, but you can, enemies can shoot you through walls. I thought it was my imagination at first, but I tested it and it definitely happens. But anyway, yeah, Monster Hunter World just handles these games absolutely perfectly. This genre of game structure, I guess you'd call it. In Monster Hunter World, if you're playing with other people, you're playing with other people. If something happens to the connection and it drops out, You just continue playing. There's absolutely no break in the action. Your teammates just disappear. And it adjusts the difficulty. Wow, that was way further than I thought it would be. It adjusts the enemy difficulty to where it should be. Oh, I have those. They need this. I didn't realize I picked one up. My bad. But yeah, you just keep playing like nothing happened. And any problem with the servers, it just kicks you over into single player. And worst case scenario is you have to finish the hunt alone. But there's no break in the action. There's no deterioration of game performance because of network connectivity. And in their incessant greed and absolute need to control everything about the player experience so that they can try and milk as much money out of you as humanly possible, EA ruins their own games because they don't have the systems in place to handle this level of DRM and server reliability, and it shows. It really, really deteriorates everything about the experience. And it's sad. And it also means that the game obviously becomes unplayable if the servers aren't available or if they take it offline to replace it with the next one. So it's just a massive load of bullshit that's loaded onto the game just for the sake of making more money. And what's ironic is they would probably make more money if they just got out of their own way. It's really, really frustrating. It makes it even more frustrating when you have a game that's this goddamn good, because seriously, this shit is lit! I'm not even that good at this game, and I still find it to be a blast to play. I'm really excited to really play this a lot and get good at it. I'd be even more excited if it just weren't so full of bullshit. And that's why I get so mad. That's why I think all of us get so mad. Gamers in general, or just the gaming community, because I don't want to say like gamers specifically, because I think that's too much of a tag. But, I mean, honestly, these games are incredible, and they would be absolutely perfect if it just weren't for these executive board members getting in the way and requiring even more yield on their investment. It's just really, really frustrating and kind of defeating when you have a game that has this much potential. Get ruined by bad business practices. And who knows? Maybe it'll function perfectly. I don't like the fact that you can't turn in your other test. Oh, my grenade didn't throw. Well, that's not a bad little combo. I can aim. That's what I was trying to do. Oh, do I need to take this back, or? You think so? Yeah. I'm not sure if you can get caught in that spider web. You can! That's funny. I really like that. See, there's a lot of really clever stuff in this game. It's really just an amazing experience. It's just absolutely marred by poor engine choice. I don't think Frostbite was a good decision. It obviously just can't handle this kind of development environment, or whatever you want to call it, game structure. But also, just like I said, the incessant need to get everything to be online as possible is really just an absolute detriment to the experience. This game's structure is almost exactly the same as Monster Hunter World. 4-player co-op, squad-based experience in instance, semi-open world environments.
I'll pat myself on the back after I dealt with the scars.
Let me get the super up. Come on, guys, take him down. Thank you. Wow, this is the first team I've been with that actually seemed like they knew what they were doing. This is pretty cool. I mean, I'll be the first one to say that when this game works, it's incredible. I arguably like the gameplay more than Warframe or Destiny because it kind of nails putting the two of them together in Warframe plus Destiny. Like, I mean, hot damn. Jesus. Seriously. Whoa. That's another thing is the stun lock that you can get hit with is a little excessive. I hope that. Ooh, damn. You know what? Get that regen on too. Or one of them. I do think that the difficulty's in a good spot, personally. I mean, honestly, like, seriously, I think it's the perfect amount of difficulty. There is some stuff that's bullshit that needs to be toned down, but in general, I really do like it. Oh, come on. Oh. These elites are pretty beefy. But yeah, overall my impression is insanely high potential game in both a good way and a bad way. If EA drops the ball on this, it'll be really tragic. I'll be really mad. I'm mad at myself for liking an EA game so much, because I really do hate everything about them. They are genuinely a disease upon the gaming industry, but this game is incredible. So I'm not going to forsake the developers and my own enjoyment of something this well developed if they can really get it together and make it work and not monetize the ever-living hell out of it. So ultimately, I guess the takeaway for me is just that I really hope EA lets Anthem be an amazing game, because that's really all they have to do. Just stay the hell out of the way. Base PS4, by the way, is what platform this is. And yeah, the performance isn't great. Although I do feel like it has gotten a little bit better over the course of the weekend. Maybe that's just me, but yesterday I could barely play. I got, are there more echoes? Oh yeah.
Star reinforcements.
I'm gonna go with this guy. Huh, it's a good point. I usually go down low, but this guy thinks he can make this work. I would also like to see just the gunplay changed a little bit. It lacks feedback compared to Destiny. One thing that feels really good in Destiny is the gunplay. So if they could maybe just model it a little bit more after that. I do like the sounds and the way the guns feel. I guess it's more just how the projectiles are rendered and maybe a little bit different of a reticle. I don't know, it just feels a little too, like, MMO-y. I don't know how to describe it. I'm gonna go use my super. Hopefully. Oh, maybe I'm getting stunned out of the air. I gotta use it. I just really hate those snipers. They're really annoying. Oh, he dodged it. Oh, at least in the air. Oh, not ammo on that. There we go. Oh, I'm surrounded. I really like the sniper rifle. Huh. The frost grenades seem to kind of have a mind of their own. A little bit. Where are my teammates at? Oh, one of them's dead. I should go get him. Oh, both of them are dead. Oh, don't let me get overheated. Not now. Thank you. I'm a really, really big fan of the level of mobility that you have in this game. It's probably one of my favorite things about it. Really, I am. Come on, look at me. Ooh, what's shooting me? Oh crap, I'm gonna die. Haha, ledge stone. Had to reposition. One thing I don't like about this game is if you don't have the gear for like doing crazy combos or somebody helping you, the enemies are a little bit clumsy. If they just went down a, like maybe like 15% faster, it wouldn't be nearly as bad. But right now they just take a little bit too long. Alright. No big groups. Oh. Ouch. That's a lot of damage. Is he still here? Oh, there he is. Is he oh yeah, he's down. Okay. Oh, come on. The jumping can be a little imprecise, and I do think that's because of connectivity issues with the server. I don't know, I think a lot of the performance problems are probably client or server side. Because it seems like the relationship between the client and the server is kind of weird. Oh, that went way further than... Oh yeah, I forgot you can do melees. Oh, they already got these ones. Okay. We did the other ones? Yeah, I got those. Forget where the last two are. There's usually the sonar that tells you where they are, or at least gives you a hint. Yeah, I actually haven't had the opportunity to run this too often because of the issues. I think I've gotten one clear of this so far, after having played it for, I guess, 3 days now. There we go.
Relic science. Think work? What was that?
It came from below.
Of course it did.
Hate to say it, but that thing is probably what's producing the eggs. If we don't get rid of the source,
The scars will come back and keep making weapons. Hey, find me a way underground.
Already done.
The dialogue is kind of, like, awkwardly robotic. I don't know. It really sounds like people are just reading stuff off of a piece of paper and just, like, nothing like an actual conversation. Like, each character is just waiting their turn to talk. Which, I mean, it gets the job done, but, yeah, I don't know. Especially coming from BioWare, it's just... Oh, that's another thing. Anything that gets in your way while you're trying to sprint will instantly stop you. It's so stupid. These suits would weigh like 900 pounds. And you get stopped by a rabbit that weighs like 8 pounds. It just does not make sense. And other people can get in your way. I do freak out in Destiny when people get in my way and bump me off of ledges and stuff. Man, if you find that stuff frustrating, you are going to lose it when you play this game. Because seriously, it's like everybody's hitbox is way bigger. What hit me? Oh, did I just overheat? But I mean, anytime you get near the edge of a piece of geometry, the suits start acting weird. Wow, yeah, like that. Jesus. That was a lot of added momentum.
It's almost peaceful down here.
scorpions can't swim, right?
Don't worry, Sam. I won't let them get you.
Nope. Wait, am I supposed to go down? Yes, I guess. I hope. Maybe not. The brightness in this game is, I don't know, really inconsistent. Sometimes the whole game feels washed out, and other times it feels like really, really, really dark. Hopefully it just pulls me to my allies, because I think I'm lost. Hold on. Why are you giving me that in the middle of a video? No, it's still just black. I guess this is why people were complaining about the swimming. Was I going the right way? I guess I was. Oh, ha! I might suffocate. Nope, made it. Sorry about that.
That's a lot of eggs.
You know what they say? You've got to crack a few eggs to make an omelette.
I don't want that omelette. What is that?
Another relic. Careful, freelancer. It's unstable.
I hate it when they do that.
What do we do now?
Gather the fragments and silence the relic.
squashing bugs. That's what the Anthem team is doing right now. Enemy variety seems pretty cool. I don't think the AI is particularly interesting, even remotely, honestly, but I can only pick up one. That's disappointing. I think I'm supposed to bring these to here. Yeah. And I guess I'll go get the other one. I do like that it's 4-player instead of 3. I mean, 3-player is cool, but I don't know. Also, any comparisons between this and Destiny are absolutely fair because they are remarkably similar in almost every way. In fact, my girlfriend, who has actually played a good amount of Destiny, when she came over, she was like, "Wait, is this Destiny?" I mean, immediately upon looking at it, she just
How'd they get down here?
identified it as being pretty much exactly the same. I would personally describe it as, like I said, Destiny meets Warframe, which I think is a really cool spot to be in, because both of those games offer some really awesome experiences. They are pretty different. And after the changes they made to Destiny 2 from Destiny 1, nerfing all the movement text, I don't know, I guess we do need a game on the scene that kind of marries those two parts of the same genre. I found this little boost jump is a little bit faster than just normal hooking it.
More scars, I know. He's looking extra powerful.
I guess I'll kill some beasts. Oh, are you kidding me? Please, magically kill stuff. Oh god, not where I want to be. Let me get away. Jesus Christ. See, this is what I mean. I mean, I'll be having a ton of fun, and then just a bunch of BS will happen really fast. Mostly with weird edge detection, honestly. I do find that's where most of my bad glitches are. Other than, you know, just getting kicked out of the game, or crashing, or freezing, or it only loading 95%. I mean, the list could go on with the problems that I've had, seriously. The entire first day was basically unplayable. Second day, mixed, I guess is the best way to put it. Oh, no, reloading. Don't reload, reloading's bad. No reload, only shoot. Anybody here? What I wanted to do. See, yeah. It's just stuff like that, like you'll be trying to do something and the game will just lag out or slow down or weird collision detection and it'll buffer some inputs that you don't want to happen. And then you almost die. And it has nothing to do with your skill, it's just the game didn't function correctly. Oh wow, that's a lot of enemies. Oh, they're behind us. Well, we're gonna die. Well, maybe not. Alright, now that there's no enemies around, I can do this. He's got the right idea. There. Alright, now let's go take care of all that crap. What? Really? I completely missed them? Oh, the audio cuts out a lot too. Like a whole lot. Alright. I keep forgetting that that'll happen. There's like I mean, for a demo that they were supposed to like let people see the game with, they really did a horrible job. Not only does it function like crap,
Give it a minute. It should work itself out.
it
Readings are stabilizing.
whoa, hi.
A bit slowly. Just stay in the center. Any interference will cause the energy to spike again.
Anyway, yeah, not only does it function like garbage, there's a bunch of stuff that it just doesn't tell you. So, I mean, really, I just don't understand what their goal was by releasing this other than to just get people to not want to buy it, because it honestly feels like what this demo was supposed to do. I'm not even being sarcastic or facetious or whatever you want to say, inflammatory, edgy. It's just, honestly, it feels like they didn't want people to buy the game. One thing I will say about the mission design
Stay on the platform.
is it's really fun up until the boss fights. I feel like the boss fights just have a little bit too much health. Now again, I guess that's because I don't have any like end-game builds going on. I just don't have the time to get into the game like that. And also, like I said, it's been really difficult to just get into actual functional matches where I have a whole team. It seems like people really like to either leave or just get... I don't even think it's people leaving. I think it's just people getting dropped from the game. I don't think it's anything malicious. I think it's genuinely just technical difficulties. But yeah, I mean, these segments, everything just feels, I don't know, I guess everything feels a little stretched out. I appreciate when games have, like, segments that are long enough to really, like, test your consistency, because anybody can be good at something for 5 seconds, if you want to really test somebody, ask them to do it right for 5 minutes. But it's just, this could have easily been half as long and just had twice as many enemies. And not only been more fun, but it's less laborious. And it feels like the entire thing's just kind of padded out for the sake of getting you to play longer. Just for, you know, that daily player engagement number that they can show the stockholders. It's just, I don't know. It feels like there's some decisions that may have been made for the wrong motivation, I guess. Which, I mean, obviously, you've already seen what some of the microtransaction numbers look like. More like macro transactions. But what are you gonna do? Oh, there's some stuff I didn't pick up. I know I'll pick it up at the end, but I don't care. I want to see the candies show up on the side of my screen.
It got quiet.
Let it stay that way.
This way, I guess. What? Overheated. But I made it. They definitely did a really good job with the environment design. I was worried when the game, when they first really started showing the release style gameplay. I was worried that the flying was going to kind of just trivialize a lot of the environment, but that didn't happen. Man, they really, I am starting to see what people are talking about with this movie being a problem. I think it's the glitchiness of the environment collisions is what does it, because you never enter the water at the right speed. At least whenever I hit the water, it kind of accelerates me in a really awkward way. And
Remember? Only a scorpion, but bigger.
yeah, it's just really disorienting. So here's the boss. One thing that, I don't know, there's a fine line between making something too easy and making it too hard, obviously. It's called balancing. But, if you're too close to the tunnel, you automatically just die when it comes out of the tunnel, even though it doesn't look like an attack, it's not an especially aggressive looking animation. And, yeah, I don't quite understand why it's a one-shot kill automatically if you're anywhere near it. Oh, I missed. Damn. Yeah, I know I have some enemies. I guess I should kind of look into the meta. See what the setups are. Wow, that just way overshot. I guess I'll take some trash. Go. I do like that the boss fights are, at least this one, is somewhere between Monster Hunter and Destiny. Like, you definitely have to hit the weak spots and it hurts them, but the actual form of the monster changes, which I guess influences its behavior and stuff, so, I mean, props for that. Good boss design. I do like the mechanics. I just think that the health bar is a little long. Maybe make it a little bit more intense over sort of period of time. But yeah, don't stand near the caves, or you'll die instantly. Wonder how well melees work. Oh. Huh. That's interesting. Okay. That's another thing, is the hitboxes for the characters don't seem to be super accurate to where the character actually is. Like, right there, the reason that happened is, to me, I was off the ground, well above those enemies, but I guess my hitbox or the server said otherwise, and they hit stunned me back down to the ground, and I couldn't melee them like I was trying to. Now, if I had started from higher up, I probably would have been fine, but still, that's a pretty bad inaccuracy, and the only way to play a game skillfully is to have accurate feedback from the game. So, also, this respawning thing takes forever. I don't know if it's to give your team more time to revive you, but that guy's dead too now. I don't know why he just ran up and used his super like that. But yeah, I mean, it says respawning. I don't know if that just means that you're waiting for somebody to revive you. I could have sworn that there was some actual, like, respawning in this, like Destiny, but I don't know, maybe I'm mistaken. I'm not sure if I even worked on it. Oh, he does still have a node left. Whoa! I was not expecting that. That was awesome. I think he's gonna take off, or she. I'm not sure if a queen. Oh, the queen. So another wave of ads, I think. It wouldn't be a looter shooter if you're not killing waves of ads. Oh, nope. Not gonna get me twice. I do like these enemies though. The whole like rushdown archetype. And it's especially cool in the context of this game because of the mobility options. Whoa! Holy crap, I almost did exactly what I was talking about. Get out of there. Can you switch weapons? Thank you. Oh, okay. Ooh. Grounded. I do got to admit, the strafe dodge jumping style is a lot of fun. And that's where I was talking about that that boost jump really comes in handy. Because sometimes you don't want to fly. Sometimes you do. Too far. Now I know if you're going to do that, you have to double jump first. And then get the hell out of there. Oh, come on. It's that crap. That just, the hit stuff garbage. And it's because of the wonky ass physics. Because of the frostbite engine, it really is. I mean, Battlefield's always felt a bit little janky. And this game just really exacerbates all those problems because of the speed at which it operates. No, you don't. You almost got me. Oh yeah, there's an option to turn off boost where you're aiming, like fly where you're aiming. Go ahead and turn that off. That's one of the most important things you can do in this game. Because being able to fly away from where you're facing is super valuable. Switching weapons also takes too long. Oh wow! I scoped it just right. Wow, why is he following me so much? Like seriously, that thing is like really following the hell out of me. Nope. God damn it, I didn't realize that. I wish there was a way to... I guess I could probably hit square. I wonder if that works. I'll test it later. I don't want to waste another. Whoop. Yeah, I mean, seriously, this game is a ton of fun. I just don't want to see what happened to Titanfall happen to this. Titanfall 2 is an incredible game, probably one of the best games in the genre. And it got completely screwed over. Whoa, I didn't realize he had a ranged AoE. Oh god. Oh god. Was not watching where I was going. Almost got myself killed. I know I should just focus the boss and burn him down, but better safe than sorry. Oh, okay, here we go. Can I get him? I'm gonna go for it. Come on, switch weapons. Or not, that's fine. There we go, nice.
Even the way it dies is unnerving.
I wonder how many views it'll take me to forget that thing. I'm gonna go with 8.
One in each of the tyrant's legs.
No more scorpion talk, please.
Nice. Alright, we got it. Yeah, it's just a little laborious. And I know, like, I don't know, it's supposed to be able to accommodate endgame content as well, so the HP bar has to be long enough for the bosses to be interesting to fight, even when you have the, like, crazy endgame setups, but I don't know, just maybe don't use the same thing that you use for the whole game. That's another thing that has me worried is there's no end game. And I know that end game, like, everybody rags on just running to end game, but I mean, seriously, like, you need something to do after the story. The story's only going to last maximum of like 25 hours, knowing games like this. So if you only have 3 dungeons to run and no raids and just a few free roam pieces of content, then even if you get on every day to do your dailies, you're maximum looking at like an hour and a half, 2 hours of content on a daily basis, which is about half of what most people who play these games will put in on a daily basis. So I just don't see it keeping people busy for long enough, personally. Wow, that's a lot of gear. Holy crap, that is the most I've ever gotten by a long shot. Oh, cool, I got some for my interceptor. Muster point. Oh, what is this, a Hadoken? Oh, that's cool. Who's that for? But yeah, I don't know. I want this game to be good, but I'm also disappointed in a lot of the decisions that were made in the development. Also, the UI. Before I go, just some stuff that I've noticed. Super unstable. Apparently that's just the demo build, but still, I mean, they chose to put this out publicly, so it says something. Crazy pop-in. I mean, a lot of pop-in. Also, the downgrade, I mean, all you have to do is go look for yourself. The environments are actually relatively low poly. A lot of the larger forms, like the cliffs and the larger, like, creator tech that's laying around is just, wow. Huh. Thanks. I've never had a game cooperate with me so well for showing pop-in. Although it's aggressive enough that really didn't have an option. I mean, seriously, like, I'll walk slowly. Watch the stuff that just renders in and unrenders. Now watch the guy on the left, his clothes. Oh, yeah, you can see in the back. It's mostly shadows. It is mostly shadows. But I mean, it's got some really aggressive LOD. You can tell that it's just, the engine isn't built for this. The frame rate even in the city. And apparently this is really low population for what it'll eventually be like. Just, I don't know. Just really not where it needs to be. But yeah, pop-in, collision detection problems, hitbox problems, character location problems, just glitchiness, general glitchiness. Had invisible enemies that killed me. I've had enemies shoot me through walls. I've had cutscenes freeze. I've had just every technical problem you can think of. It's almost Fallout 76 bad, which is really sad because, like I said, this is an awesome game. I just had a ton of fun for a solid half hour just ripping around in this thing. And this is the most basic suit, so I do have the Interceptor. So far I like this one more. The Interceptor, I can tell, will take a lot more work to get to be in a good spot. This one's a lot more just general purpose, a little bit better survivability while still having enough mobility, so I've been sticking with it. The graphics are good. Kind of. I don't know. They're a mixed bag. All the pop-in and weird geometry choices. I mean, it's all for optimization, but again, just limitations of the engine. And last thing is the UI is absolute hot, steaming garbage, and whoever decided that you needed to go through 3 loading screens at the end of a mission just to get back to the hub, yeah, I don't quite know how they got their job, but really, really, really poor decision, I guess. So, yeah, I guess that's it.